was interesting. What did you make of his vibe overall?
I think something mentally wrong with him. I don't think he's like all the way there mentally. I think he's crazy.
Legit?
That's my opinion. Yeah, I think he's legit crazy. I think something really wrong with him, but that's what make him dangerous. I think them the guys is the most dangerous people. Them delusional, crazy people who want to be the best and want their spot at greatness. So I gotta respect it, but I think something is definitely off.
When it comes to it, competition is competition, man. This is competition and currency, you know, and you can't be friends in this game. I don't see it. I think that's what makes them soft. It's what makes our era a little bit fragile. So I think the guys like myself that still carry that with the heart of a champion and holding the Ring Magazine world title, I think that maybe we have a different form of looking at it and make boxing great.
Stevenson didn't dance around the issue during his live interview. He addressed it head on, speaking plainly and confronting Teofimo Lopez directly as he saw it.
I don't carry it that way.
But you're in my way.
The mentality is never going to be that way.
But you're in my way. But you're in my way. So I got to move you out my way. That's how I look at this.
Nope.
Ain't nobody taking food off my table. That's all I'm going to say.
But I'll tell you this, though. You bit more than you could chew.
It's cool. You can feel that way.
For sure.
But come fight night, you're going to realize this is a lot different than being on the outside than being inside of there.
As they all say.
Okay. I'm slow, right?
Mentally.
Oh my God, mentally, okay. I'm talking about I'm slow in the boxing ring, right?
Mentally.
I'm talking about the boxing ring, what you was talking about. I'm slow, right?
Mentally.
Okay, you're gonna see. I promise you're gonna see.
Shakur didn't sugarcoat it. He said there's something mentally unpredictable about Teofimo. Not as a shot, but as a fighter's warning. That edge, the thing people label as crazy, is also what makes him dangerous once the bell rings. It was one of those rare moments where truth landed heavier than any trash talk.
Did you feel the same way watching him as an amateur?
I'll be honest. I'm gonna be real honest. He was a lot better younger.
Oh, he was better when he was younger?
Especially at the JOs, Junior
Olympics.
He was whooping feet, yo.
All right. He was crazy with it?
Yeah, he was mad nice.
You don't think he developed enough power or something?
It's not about the power. I think that he just focusing too much on one arsenal.
What, the defense?
Yeah, defense. This defense.
Yo, don't tell me too much because I don't want you to say that you told me the game plan, you gave this, so I don't want no excuses. So don't say too much.
All right, Canelo Crawford.
I could give him that. I could tell him all the game plans and everything because a true master in anything in boxing, the sport, you got to master yourself. You got to learn how to beat yourself. So if I give you all the tools on how to beat me and I beat you,
I already know how to beat you, bro.
Nobody beat me.
I already know how to beat you.
Shakur's point was clear. Unpredictability can be a weapon when it's controlled. Used right, it creates danger. Used wrong, it creates openings. And when the conversation shifted to levels, he didn't hesitate. He made it clear that Terence Crawford operates in a different stratosphere, and that matchup wouldn't be competitive for Teofimo. No hype, no drama. Just a hard line drawn in reality.
He's talking about, like, once he gets through you, then he wants Crawford, names like that. How do you think he would do against someone like Terence at this point?
I think he gets knocked out.
Can't even hang with him.
Yeah, he's too little. But it's too big for him.
Right. As far as skills, though, do you think he's on par with the likes of Terence?
I'm not going to say he's on a Terence Crawford level of skills, but he's very skillful. He got a lot of things with him that puts him at a high level.
What adds another layer to this moment is how different it feels compared to the past. Old footage from late 2018 shows a completely different dynamic. Mutual respect, real appreciation, and zero hostility between Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez. Before the pressure, before the narratives, there was genuine acknowledgement of each other's talent. That contrast makes today's tension feel earned, not manufactured.
Okay, what is it so special about Shakur?
The way he is, he's just technical, you know? He's very smart when he's in there. You know, he's still young. We're both the same age, 20 years old, but we got lots of...
Once championships and expectations enter the picture, everything shifts. That's what gives this matchup real substance. There's no manufactured hostility here. It's rooted in shared history, self-belief, and two world-class fighters who fully understand the threat standing across from them.
Shakur, you know, he's getting up there. So his name speaks for itself. You know, he's a 2016 silver medalist. So, you know, and one of the best in that far in the amateurs in USA. So it speaks for itself. Shakur Stevenson is here for the present and the future of boxing.
Then Terrence Crawford jumps into the conversation, and somehow it turns unintentionally hilarious. Bud gives everyone their respect, calls them great fighters, and then casually dismisses a Teofimo fight as trash. No heat, no rant, just matter-of-fact honesty. And coming from someone as calculated and respected as Crawford, that lands heavier than any trash talk.
Shakur Stevenson.
Great.
Tank Davis.
Great.
Pitbull Cruz.
Great.
Teofimo Lopez.
Trash.
Devin Haney.
Great.
Goose.
Great.
Snell.
Great.
And your opponent this weekend.
Great.
Right after Terrence Crawford delivers those ice-cold takes, the energy somehow shifts into pure chaos once Ryan Garcia jumps in. And when Ryan talks boxing, it's never just analysis. It's part breakdown, part group chat madness. Listening to him feels like overhearing real fighters arguing about matchups off camera. No polish, no media training, just opinions flying like chips on a poker table. His pick of Shakur by decision isn't random either. He's basically saying this fight slows down into strategy long before it turns into damage.
All right, Shakur, I know we were, going at it right now, but I do have you beating him. I do see that your style, he can't with. Oh, sorry, damn, I cussed myself.
And you're on the show. That's the second one.
That's a fine, yo. That's a fine.
But I gotta say one thing, Teofimo does got that rock on him. He has that one punch power. I see that, you fought a little different with what's his name, Cepeda. Do you think you're gonna fight that same way, or it's gonna be a little different? I see it a little different, but
when I fight Teo, I'm gonna have to fight different that night. I could do it all, bro. I got so much things in my arsenal to where I could do everything that I need to do to come out victorious.
And honestly, I agree with the heart of what he's saying. Teofimo isn't the kind of fighter who smothers you nonstop and forces Shakur into survival mode. Shakur doesn't fear volume. He's alert for sudden danger. One sharp moment can change everything. So when Ryan talks about the fight getting rough late, that's not shade, it's insight. He's saying once Shakur locks onto the rhythm, the mystery starts to disappear.
Teofimo don't even put pressure like that. How can he be on a pedal bite if he don't put no pressure, real pressure like that?
But Teo could crack a little bit.
Yeah, he could crack, but he's not a pressure fighter.
They both got tough defense, though.
Yeah, Shakur just has to watch for a single shot here, single shot there. He's not going to worry about volume coming forward, hard-hitting guys. He's going to be watching for 1-2 shots at a time. Teofimo just doesn't put pressure like that for Shakur to even run,
The funniest part is how confident everyone sounds while saying completely opposite things. They're talking like it's legacy talk, but arguing like it's lunch money on the line. One side swears Shakur dissects him. The other is convinced Teofimo eventually lands something big, and nobody is budging. When Ryan casually drops that southpaw counterpuncher point like it's a final move, you can tell he's looking at a stylistic nightmare, not a highlight reel. Agree or disagree, this wasn't clout chasing. This was fighters debating inches, timing, and tendencies.
That's just what it is. Unless he changes up his whole game plan and his whole fighting style. Which he possibly could and shock me. But at the end of the day, Shakur's going to pick him apart. I can see it, bro. One, Teo don't even do good with counterpunchers. And another thing, he don't even do good with southpaws. And now you got a southpaw counterpuncher? Come on, bro. This is a bad matchup for Teo. Bad matchup.
It's going to be like Sandor Martin all over again.
And right after Ryan breaks it down like a late-night group chat debate, the energy flips the moment Teofimo Lopez steps to the mic. This is where confidence turns combustible. I'm listening and thinking, yeah, this isn't trash talk. This is Teofimo in full main character mode. He's talking about eyes not lying, legacy being written in real time, Madison Square Garden like it's his personal proving ground. And honestly, I get it. When Teofimo says he risks it all every time, no rematch clause, no safety net, that isn't bravado. That's a fighter who believes pressure sharpens him instead of breaking him. You can hear it in how loose he sounds, joking one moment, preaching greatness the next. Like his mind is calm while everyone else is tight. What makes it dangerous is how he frames the mental side. He's not denying the chaos. He's owning it. Basically saying, I'm just being me. If that gets in your head, that's on you.
Talk to me about this fight. Were there any concessions you have to make? Any stipulations that are of interest? Is there a rematch clause in this?
No rematch clause. We risk it all the time. No need for a rematch clause. Oh my goodness, man, this thing means everything to me. This is just another fighter, another column into my own pedigree, to my own style. This is what it is, you know. And what better way than here, Madison Square Garden? This will be number 10 fighting here in the Mecca. This will be number 5 in the big room. So I'm very blessed. I'm very thankful. And nevertheless, man, I want more. Let's see who we get after this. We just got to keep it going, man. We're not even in our prime yet. You know I said it earlier, but we're not in our prime yet.
And that's classic Teofimo. When he's comfortable being unpredictable, that's exactly when he's dangerous. I love how he keeps circling back to growth, footwork, lessons learned, evolution. This fight isn't just about beating Shakur Stevenson. It's about leveling himself up again. You can see that underdog chip creeping back in. Him questioning why boxing keeps doubting him, why he's always the guy people underestimate until the lights hit. That hunger is real. His confidence isn't clean or polished. It's raw, a little chaotic, but grounded in belief. And when he starts talking about the bigger roads ahead, even mentioning Devin Haney, you realize this isn't just one night for Teofimo. This is a statement tour. You may not agree with everything he says, but one thing's clear. He's not showing up to survive rounds. He's showing up to bend the story his way.
I'm gonna say it to you guys. If you want to be liked in boxing, be good at it. If you want to be loved in boxing, be great at it. Or be the best at it. But if you want to be hated in boxing, be the greatest at it. It's just point blank period. And I think that's what it is. And what it comes down to is that they got to bring a lightweight to come over here and try to take and dethrone Teofimo because they got no other options. I'm excited for this whole thing. And whether they get it right or wrong, at the end of the day, the right person's going to win that night, and that'll be Teofimo.
Right after Teofimo finished talking like he already sees the headlines in his head, the tone shifts when Abel Sanchez steps in. Now, we're not talking vibes, we're talking chessboards. Abel's old-school trainer logic checks emotion at the door, and he breaks it down clearly. This fight isn't about who yells louder in the build-up. It's about distance, discipline, and who cracks first. From his perspective, Shakur Stevenson wins if he keeps it clean, controlled, and stays in his lane, turning the ring into a geometry lesson. But Abel isn't giving Teofimo a free pass either. He warns that if Teofimo tries to be cute, he'll face a staring contest that nobody wins. Teofimo has to flip the script, lead with pressure, and make Shakur uncomfortable.
Shakur's a great talent, and Teofimo looked great in his last fight. Of course, he didn't have Shakur in front of him, but I think that for Shakur, he has to keep the fight at his distance. If he does that, I think it's a win for him. Teofimo, he's more, he wants to draw you in, he wants to counter punch. He's gonna have to be a different guy this time. He's gonna have to attack. He's gonna have to be leading the fight, or else it's gonna be a boring fight. I don't think it'll be a boring fight, but if he sits back and waits for Shakur's going to wait for him, then it's not going to be exciting. But I think Teofimo will attack. I think Teofimo has to attack. I think Teofimo has to do what Zepeda did, except for Teofimo's a lot more talented than Zepeda was. So I think that, honestly, I see a draw. I don't know why I see a draw, but I just see them both having great rounds and giving us the kind of fight that I think the public is looking for.
I know for a while there we were hearing that Teo might be moving up to 147. Are you surprised that he's still hanging around at 140? I mean, would you want to see him move up?
No, I think the challenge of the name Shakur is going to make him make the weight just the way he has to. I don't think he'll sacrifice, because I think he knows that he's going to have to be in tip-top shape physically and emotionally to be able to beat Shakur. No, I'm happy that he's there because he's fighting a big name. He's getting in there with what the fans are calling.
Shakur gets criticized for not being, quote, exciting. What do you think of that?
I think that Shakur is the kind of fighter that's so good that kind of like Andre Ward was.
I was just gonna say Andre, yeah.
He's so good that he doesn't really have to work that hard. A guy like Teofimo is gonna make him work hard. A guy like Teofimo could make Shakur look like $1 million because he's gonna press him. Shakur's gonna have to use his skills, which are immense, and it's gonna make for a great fight. And we're gonna see if well, at least I will see anyway, if Shakur is the star that I think he is, he just doesn't understand himself.